So this is Dr. Tsai. I am Dr. Kaushik Shah, started the Austin Urology Institute. I came here in 2004 after finishing my residency in New Orleans at Tulane. Joined a multi-specialty group practice, or about 150 doctors. I was one of their urologists who helped restart their department. Had a great time starting the department and grew it. About 6 years into that process, I felt that there was a bit of a group ethos, which is a good one, but I felt that in terms of growing the urology department, I wanted to do it somewhat differently and do it my way. So in 2010, started Austin Urology Institute and Austin Urogynecology with Dr. George Shashwa, and we were on the forefront of robotics for a lot of those surgeries back then. You fast forward again in 2019, Dr. Shashwa and I have in aggregate seen over 25,000 patients together. We are really super happy about the group we've started and the group of people we work with, and we definitely need the help now. So looking forward, we were looking for the right candidate to help us grow. There are about 250 urologists that graduate every single year in the entire United States. So that's about 5 or so doctors, 5 or so urologists for each state per year. So having said that, there's slim pickings when it comes to finding the right candidate for your practice. We interviewed a number of people, and we were super excited when we met you. That you're somewhat of an Austin native, so you're true to this city, this town. Your wife is an anesthesiologist who will also be part of this community. Urologists have to have a good sense of humor, and you have that nice quirky sense of smart humor that we were looking for. And on top of that, you've got to back it up with skills and your assets and technology. And in that regards, we're super happy that you can do everything from robotic advanced surgery down to circumcisions, and you're also bringing some unique techniques and skills that you've come out of residency with that we don't offer today, that you're going to be able to bring to us. So having said that, welcome to our practice, Dr. Tsai, and I'd love for you to tell everybody a bit about yourself.
Definitely. Thank you for the warm welcome. I feel very fortunate to be here today with y'all. And I think if you were to ask me about 4 to 5 years ago while I was still in training about what I thought would be my dream job, I think this is as close to the dream as it gets. And I'm super excited to be here. A little bit about myself. I was originally born in New York, but we had actually moved coast to coast. Ultimately ended up in Los Angeles, and then finally decided to settle in Central Texas in Temple, which is about an hour north, so pretty close to Austin. Growing up in Temple, it being a fairly small town, we got a very good community vibe, and I think that was reinforced and made its impression on me when I working at my family restaurant. In doing so, I kind of got to interact with a lot of the patrons, with a lot of the people, and then ultimately, when it came time for me to go to college, I had this faint idea in my mind that I wanted to do something to give back to community and help the community out. With that said, I think that I thought and I decided that the best avenue to help people would be to become a physician. I did my undergraduate training and studies at just here at the University of Texas at Austin. Great time. I really enjoyed the city, really enjoyed the people, I really enjoyed the feel. And once I finished with the Plan 2 honors program here, I knew that I wanted to come back. I went back an hour north, back to Temple, finished my medical school training at Texas A&M, and ultimately my residency at Baylor Scott & White. And during this time, you had touched upon this already, I got to refine my skills in robotics and a lot of general urology. And on top of that, I was really able to learn and refine my techniques with the HoLEP, or the holmium laser enucleation of the prostate. This procedure, a few years back and even now, is a procedure that's very rarely done across the United States, namely because there's not very many institutions that offer it. And the learning curve, or bell curve, is fairly steep, requiring a good amount of cases. So, me and the other graduates of the program were very, very fortunate to be able to kind of learn this from our mentor. Bringing the HoLEP to Austin is a very exciting prospect for me. And I see Austin Urology Institute and Austin as kind of this hub and this center of excellence for the HoLEP, where patients can fly in to Austin Bergstrom, come get their procedure done, and day one after surgery, be able to go home from the hospital, maybe hang out, enjoy the city for a little bit, and then ultimately go home. In addition to that, there's a community here that does have a urologic need, and the HoLEP is another, fantastic tool in the arsenal to serve them, and I think they would benefit greatly from it. With that said, I'm, very excited to be here, very happy to start, and very glad that I found you as a mentor, and can't wait to get started.
Yeah, well, I would have to say, starting here with us and all the hospitals they've all worked together with in the recent past, everyone enjoys working with you, from our nurses to our administrators, our staff. They all enjoy working with you, and I think you're an outstanding addition to our crew. So we're happy to have you.
Thank you for
us.
having me.
Yeah.